Kelly Maxwell's magical run in the Women's College World Series, Jada robbing countless home run balls over her career, and Alyssa Brito hitting balls over the scoreboard. The memories are endless for an OU senior class who won 4 consecutive national championships. It's probably fair to say that we may never see another class quite like the one we just enjoyed with OU softball. Collectively, there were so many incredible memories the group had together, but what about individually? I'm going to give you my single favorite moment for all 10 OU seniors. Let's start with Tiare Jennings, and here's a few that come to mind. Of course, drop in the comments if you agree, disagree, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as well for more OU softball content. I consider the double in the ninth inning to beat Nyjah Kennedy and Stanford. I even consider the home run against Texas in game one of the championship series this year, but give me the 2 RBI double in 2023 in Bedlam in Stillwater. OU's down 2-1 in the top of the seventh with 1 out, runners on first and second. Cowgirls are just 2 outs away from tying the series, but Tiare hammers one in the gap, scores two, and rips the heart out of Oklahoma State fans. I like that one. I like that one a lot. So many big hits for Tiare throughout her career, so many difficult choices, but she did a number on Oklahoma State that day in Stillwater. That is my single favorite Tiare Jennings moment at OU. How about Jada Coleman? And I know what you're thinking here. Well, this is easy. The easy answer is the walk-off home run against Florida. And that would be a good pick, but it's not my pick. Though it was an incredible moment, I'm going with what happened in the 2022 Women's College World Series when she dominated a game defensively like I've never seen before. That night, which, by the way, OU beat Mike White for the first time for a national championship, really opened a lot of eyes to how special Jada was in center field. And the things that we say about her defense today really started that night. I've said multiple times she's the greatest defensive player in college softball history. And it's because of nights like that in game two of the Women's College World Series where she dominated a game defensively from center field. How about Kelly Maxwell? Maybe you heard of her, the Women's College World Series most outstanding player this year. Forever a Sooner and forever a legend, even though it was just one season. Closing out that championship game was special for sure, but it all turned for her in that UCLA game on that Saturday afternoon on ABC. Some fans thought that she shouldn't even have started that game, but she had a moment with Patty Gasso before that start, a spiritual moment, and right after that, we saw the best of what Kelly Maxwell had to offer. Just sensational. 7 innings, no runs, gotten a few jams, but that's when she became her best. We should never, ever forget what Kelly Maxwell did that day, and I don't think that we ever will. She was fantastic, and that performance against UCLA set the momentum for her becoming the most outstanding player and closing her OU career in incredible style. Next is Kinzie Hansen. So clutch. So you know there's so many game-winning moments here, game-tying moments, game-changing moments that Kinzie had throughout her OU career. The walk-off, the first ever game at Loves Field, is absolutely an option, but there's so many others as well. But to me, it's the game-tying home run against Clemson in the 2023 Supers. OU is down to its last strike, may have to play tomorrow, not looking good, and on an 0-2 count, Kinzie Hansen hammers one to right field, ties the game, and you know what happened soon after. OU won in extra innings. It was arguably the greatest game at Marita Hines Field, and it was the last game at Marita Hines Field as well. Kinzie Hansen delivered the incredible moment. Down to their last strike, it did not matter. OU is never out of a game, and OU was never out of the game with Kinzie Hansen at the plate in a clutch moment. Brito bombs were such a fun thing to watch. How about Alyssa Brito? And you know what first came to mind for me? How about praying with Jada before she hit that walk-off home run against Florida? What a moment, and I'm so glad that that was brought up after the game because it was such a powerful moment and such an emotional moment. But though that was great, I think Brito deserves a moment that's just hers. And how about the fact that she hit the first OU home run at Loves Field? So many tanks throughout her career, and every time Brito hit a home run, it looked like it was going about 75 feet over the wall. But she broke in OU Stadium the right way with the first Sooner to hit a home run in the new digs. Amazing teammate, even started her OU career in left field. An amazing player as well. Thank you, Alyssa Brito. But my favorite OU moment of yours is that first ever OU home run in Loves Field. Nicole May, gonna miss her. I know you are as well. The most underrated player in program history, in my opinion, but so many big moments. I'd like to go back, though, to the moment everyone was really seemingly doubting her this year. She came in relief against Texas in the Big 12 tournament championship game and was absolutely electric. You wanted revenge on Texas after losing that series earlier in the year. You wanted that revenge bad. And Nicole May helped you get it with an inning and two-thirds of dominant pitching in relief. A cool moment for her as May Day happened on a Saturday night in OKC. She's the one who stayed, and she'll always have a special legacy at OU. So many big moments, a part of so many no-hitters throughout her career, but to come in the way that she did in relief really helped her spark an amazing postseason run in her final season in an OU uniform. Riley Boone, another one that I'm just going to miss so much. It's going to stink not seeing her in an OU uniform next year. This one might be a bit under the radar, but I think it perfectly sums up her career. OU and Texas played an epic game in 2023 on a Saturday at Marita Hines Field. And what you might remember from that game is Jada Coleman's game-tying home run in the bottom of the seventh inning when OU was in rough shape. But guess who got it all started in the bottom of the seventh inning? That's right. Riley Boone got it all started in the bottom of the seventh inning with just a leadoff single. And that's all it took, a leadoff single to give OU some momentum, put the pressure on Texas. The crowd came alive, and then Jada with the big hit right after that. She always knew her role, always played it perfectly, and just like that afternoon, she knew how to get on base, turn the lineup over, under the radar play, absolutely, but she was the unsung hero for so many big wins throughout her OU career. She set the table so many times for players behind her to have the big moments, and she had big moments herself. 2023 Women's College World Series All-Tournament team, but that single by Riley Boone in one of the greatest games ever at Marita Hines Field got the party started. OU ends up winning. Carly Keeney, and here's one I really want you to pay attention to and one that I really want to highlight. A short OU career, yes, but her name will always show up in the box score when the Sooners got its fourth consecutive title. She started the game, pitched well, but that's not her biggest moment in an OU uniform. I'm going to go with her outing against Oklahoma State on May 5th. 6 2/3, no earned runs, just 4 hits allowed. You talk to Patty Gasso, you talk to the players, they all say the same thing. Yes, OU won the national championship, but the thing that got that game rolling is that Sunday win over Oklahoma State. Well, Carly Keeney was fantastic in that game. She was the key part of that win in a game that helped OU turn its season around, and maybe it doesn't if Carly isn't as fantastic as she was. We should talk about this performance more than we do. She was taken out of that game, brought back in, boom, clutch. Talk more about that day from Carly Keeney. It seemingly turned the season around that day. It was her biggest shining moment in an OU uniform, and one of the reasons why OU went on to win 4 consecutive championships. Alina Torres, and what's great about this one, it's not a single moment, it's not a single game, it's a week where she was voted Big 12 Player of the Week. The home run against Duke is tempting, but that week was incredible. Incredible numbers, capped by a grand slam against Baylor that week. Love that she was able to get back and contribute in the Women's College World Series after the fly ball incident against UCLA. But Alina Torres really was fantastic. That week, she led the league in home runs, RBIs, total bases, slugging percentage. OU had a 4-0 week that week. Big 12 sweep over top 25 Baylor. She was 5 for 8 with 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, and 4 runs scored that week. Absolutely incredible. We should never forget that incredible week from Alina Torres. And last but certainly not least, I love her batting stance. Just straight up, and you felt like she was going to hammer one at any given moment. Riley Ludlam, just the way that she stepped in when called upon and when Kenzie Hansen was injured. She gave you some fantastic innings behind the plate, some fantastic at-bats, big home run against Baylor. But how about that RBI early in the season against Washington to really get her started? OU was down 3-2. The win streak was on the line. Riley Ludlam got a hit to tie that game up at 3. OU eventually wins that game. Riley Ludlam, an awesome teammate and some really good moments in her short OU career. But give me that RBI out at the Mary Nutter in California to really get a fantastic season started. Thank you, as always, for watching. And, of course, thank you to all 10 incredible OU seniors. Agree, disagree, drop in the comments what you think.